George had been counting the minutes all morning. He could hardly wait. Today was Dog Show Day.
Looking forward to seeing your first dog show, George?
Dog Show. The idea of dogs putting on a show sounded better than anything he'd ever heard.
If that's Professor Wiseman, would you please let her in?
It's Professor Wiseman. Oh, hello, George. Ready to go?
Ready? I have never seen him so excited. I can't go, remember? I have to finish crunching these numbers.
Bye.
Have fun, you two. And, George. Be a good little monkey, exactly. And close the door, please.
George got more and more excited until the show began. And he found out that a dog show wasn't dogs putting on a show. It was people showing their dogs to each other. George didn't exactly pay attention.
How'd you enjoy the show, George? Aren't all the different breeds fascinating? Would you like to see the winners up close?
George got a big surprise. Because when he actually looked at the big ones and the small ones, and the crazily hairy ones, he thought the dog show was great.
Have you ever seen so many unforgettable dogs before?
Okay. Well, it looks like you had fun. I hope he wasn't too much trouble.
He was no trouble at all.
Wow, that's great to hear.
Gotta run. See you tomorrow.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye. So, you like the dog show, huh?
George wanted to tell the man about all the unforgettable dogs he saw. But he only remembered 3.
It's okay, you can tell me later. Oh, would you do me a big favor and mail these letters? I made a sandwich if you're hungry. And when I'm done, I want to hear about all the dogs.
George was afraid he wouldn't be able to tell the man more, because no matter how hard he tried, he could only remember 3. There was only one solution. But no matter how many times George looked at those dogs, he couldn't remember more than 3. There was obviously no way a monkey could remember them all.
Attention. Could I see the owners of the winners over here, please? Briskly. Briskly, briskly, briskly.
Maybe George didn't have to remember them all.
Briskly now, I want one shot of each owner with his or her dog. Then one of everyone together. Briskly. Why aren't you snapping pictures?
Because there are no dogs?
There are no dogs. There are no dogs. Huh. Well, the winning dogs are missing. All right, people, stay calm. Don't any of you panic, because that is what I do. Call the police! Lock the doors! Get the helicopters in here! Sample DNA! This is a red alert! Don't let anyone leave!
George, a dog pile. Hundley knew this meant trouble for someone. No papers. No yellow hat. The man must have gone out to drop off his work. The whole place was filled with strange dogs. Very strange dogs. How many dogs did George have in here? George wanted to know how many dogs he had, too. He counted. But he stopped at 37. That sounded wrong. And he never counted that little one at all. He wanted to count every dog only once. So he stuck the 3 small ones in his room, where he knew he could see them. He led the big ones into the man with the yellow hat's room, where they couldn't run around so much. And the hairy ones went in the bathroom. George wanted this one in with the big dogs. But it was hairy enough to go with the Harrys. There were 3 big, 3 small, and 3 hairy dogs.
George, I'm home. Oh, Hundley, what are you doing here? My new spread! George, there are like 20 dogs in here.
George remembered all the dogs.
So, where did these 3 and 3 and 3, 9 dogs come from?
I'm just so happy they're all back and all safe.
Well, everyone's back where they belong.
Huh?
Hundley! Stop the car! Hundley's in there! Come back!
George was helping get ready for breakfast while the man with the yellow hat got an early jump on some important work.
This country air is just what I needed. Yeah, by tonight, my speech for the tribute to Professor Wiseman will be perfect. Her great vision... her great insight exhibit, right? Algae... Woolly mammoth. Her love of the woolly mammoth. I don't... Oh, yeah, okay, I'll stop for breakfast. Well, fruit and eggs are good. Whoa! These cupboards are too small for us. Maybe we should buy less food.
The thought of having less food made George more hungry.
Well, we still need breakfast. Hey, I'll run to the market. Maybe you can finish my speech for me while I'm gone.
Hey, George. I'm helping Jumpy out with extra nuts. He's storing food. Squirrels hide food in the ground. Then, when they need it, they dig it up and have plenty to eat.
George never knew the ground was such a good place to store food. George and the man with the yellow hat needed a good place to store food. George could hardly wait to chew the rewards of squirrel-style storage.
George, these donuts are delicious.
George, this fish is phenomenal.
All right, now for breakfast, then back to work on my speech. What? Where's our food? George, I think there's a food thief on the loose. Why would someone steal paprika?
George wanted to explain that he had it all taken care of.
Do we have gophers? Gophers stole our food? My paprika! Why would someone bury paprika? Ah. George, squirrels bury nuts and seeds, not orange juice. Orange juice doesn't belong in the ground. Let me show you what belongs in the ground, okay? See this? Nuts and seeds come from trees and plants. They can grow into new ones if they're not eaten. You see, that's a peanut Jumpy buried a while ago. It started to grow. Now, when I was a boy, this tree wasn't here.
Hi, Bouncy Squirrel.
I used to watch Jumpy's great-grandfather bury his food. That winter, Jumpy's great-grandfather didn't eat that acorn. Then it started to grow and just kept growing. This tree came from an acorn just like this. Now do you understand?
George thought he understood.
We need more orange juice, so I'll walk back to the market. Then I really need to get back to that speech.
If an acorn could become a big tree,
George wondered what a rubber band would grow into. Or a feather.
George was going to grow all kinds of exciting things. The man with the yellow hat hadn't finished his speech. George could grow the rest for him.
Blah, 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 bleedy, bleed, blue, blah, blah.
Thank you.
This would be the best speech ever.
Hi, have you been just sitting there waiting for me the whole time? Oh, you weren't just sitting there waiting for me the whole time. Oh.
When the man looked like that, it meant George was about to hear a long lecture.
So, you see, seeds, nuts, acorns grow. My socks, the radio, the can opener don't grow. Okay, now, we have to dig up all those things you buried. Oh. George, where's my speech? Okay, we have to dig up my speech first.
Unlike Jumpy Squirrel, George didn't know how to find what he wanted. Everything smelled like dirt.
Hey, you digging a swimming pool?
Oh, no, Bill. George was being a squirrel and buried my speech. We can't find it.
Well, I'll help. Wait, I know someone who can really help. She's a great digger. No speech here.
Oh, digging a pool there, are you?
George buried something and we're trying to find it.
Well, I've got a metal detector I use to find coins and such down by the lake. Maybe that'll help.
Cool.
Well, my speech isn't exactly made of...
Well, no. Ahoy!
Maybe it's what you're looking for.
No, my speech isn't made of...
Ooh. Are they pirate keys?
Could be. Maybe to a treasure chest.
No, we're not gonna find my speech, and I can't rewrite it in time. I'll just have to skip the tribute.
George didn't have the talents of a squirrel, but he did have the talents of a monkey, which meant he could see really well.
You found it!
The speech!
Well, that's not made of metal.
So this is the air that inspired that wonderful speech. Are you planting something?
It's a long story. That's not a peanut. Looks like something you buried is growing. Maybe you are a little bit squirrel after all.
It was a perfect day to explore Lake Wanasink Lake. Bill called it picture perfect.
You know, George, nature photography requires skill, patience, and timing. Remember, George, to cross a log, you need exact foot placement and a keen sense of balance. Those are tadpoles, George. A common form of pond life. I guess a city kid like you never sees any real wildlife, huh? Hey, why don't we take some back home and observe their growth? While collecting tadpoles, both proper net control and collecting jar placement are crucial. Hey, how'd you like to look after them for me? Do the tadpoles like the lettuce I boiled for them? Now remember, I want you to watch them closely for me. They do some amazing things as they grow. Keep them safe in that bowl, and they should be just fine.
And so on that gloriously sunny day, George became the proud caretaker of a bowl full of tadpoles. The tadpole's bowl was small. George thought they deserved to stretch their, well, whatever a tadpole stretches. and decided to let them enjoy a quick swim in the lagoon while he went to get their lunch. Where could the tadpoles be? What would he tell Bill?
Hey, George! Lagoon exploration is fascinating, isn't it? Oh, by the way, how are my tadpoles doing? See you soon!
Time to go back to the city, George.
George hoped the tadpoles would be okay without a monkey to feed or protect them.
George! Look! My caterpillar is in its pupa stage. I bet kids like you never see that in the city, huh? Hey! Have my tadpoles done anything amazing yet?
Weeks went by before George returned to the lake. George still couldn't find the tadpoles, but they had to be in the lagoon. Unless they'd swum into the lake. But the lake was much too big for a little monkey to swim around.
What you doing there, George? Checking the water level or washing your hair? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of fish in the waters around here. Trout, salmon, haddock. What? Oh, of course you can borrow it. My gear is your gear.
Instead of a blur, George now saw an exciting underwater world. He couldn't believe his eyes. Had he finally found his tadpoles?
Just how big is this fish you're after, George? Well, you might as well be hunting for tadpoles. There you go, try this one.
George knew nothing about water beetles, except that they couldn't help him find his tadpoles. Now, this was a strange creature. It looked like a tadpole, sort of. Swam like a tadpole, kind of. But it had legs, almost no tail. Not like a tadpole.
Hey, George! My tadpoles aren't giving you any problems, are they? Good! Bring them over sometime for a visit, okay?
George knew that someday he'd have to tell Bill he'd lost the tadpoles. And he knew he might never see his little friends again. Back in the city, George tried to take his mind off the tadpoles. It wasn't easy. George couldn't believe it. That odd little creature was one of his tadpoles, and he let it go.
But George, we just visited the lake. We'll go back next month.
Bill said the tadpoles would grow up in amazing ways, but how much would they grow in a whole month? And into what?
George, we've been looking all over for you. You got like 800 pounds of boiled lettuce.
Now George really had to get back to the lake. But it was weeks before he could go. Luckily, George didn't see any signs of jumbo tadpoles. But he couldn't find his friends either. These loud frogs probably scared the tadpoles away. It was time for George to tell Bill he'd lost the tadpoles.
Hey, George. That was a good idea to release my tadpoles into their natural habitat. How'd you like watching them grow into frogs? Pretty neat, huh? Uh-huh. Just like my caterpillar changed into a butterfly. See?
The tadpoles were right here all the time. They had just been, well, growing up.
Smile, George!
Before long, George thought the frogs were even more fun than the tadpoles. Well, most of the time. The apartment building where George lived was a very orderly place. And that's how Hundley liked it.
They're here to clean your carpets.
People came, and people went. The elevator arrived, and people came down the stairs. Everything in Hundley's lobby was orderly and neat. Well, almost everything.
We can't go back into the apartment until the carpet is dry, George. So you stay here in the lobby while I run my errands, all right? Okay. Oh, and in case you get hungry, I won't be long.
Hundley didn't think George should be eating a sloppy apple in the lobby.
George decided it would probably be better to eat his apples someplace else. Hundley had never been through this door before. But he was pretty sure it was against the rules to be out here. Hundley didn't think George would ever get in that way. So he'd find a better way.
All right, move it along.
At least there was one thing Hundley knew for certain. Home was this way. Or maybe that way. Hundley was getting worried. He could just imagine the terrible things that sloppy monkey was doing to his lobby. When Hundley found his building, it was even worse than he imagined. But then Hundley saw that it wasn't his street at all. But that meant he had no idea where he was.
Lots more coming. Stick around.
Come on, guys, let's go.
They'd found each other at last. Time to go home. But where was home? George realized that finding someone works better if you're not lost too. Hundley worried. What if he never found his way back?
Oh, Hundley. What'll I do without Hundley?
Hundley and George weren't just lost. They were lost at night. They may not be able to see their way home, but maybe they could hear their way home. George tried to remember the noisy stuff he'd passed. Here they were, lost at night, and all this monkey could do was whatever that was. Then Hundley had an idea. They might not be able to see their way home, but maybe they could hear their way home. He tried to remember what he'd heard. Now it was up to Hundley's powerful dog ears. That wasn't the right sound, so the musician couldn't be in that direction. That was either the wrong sound, or the musician got his tongue caught in his trumpet. Hundley knew they were getting closer because the sound was growing louder and louder. But then it grew softer and softer. Hundley tried to figure out how to explain they'd passed the sound. But there are some things a dog just can't explain to a monkey. And so, by working together as a team, George remembering what they had heard, and Hundley using his sensitive, powerful dog ears, Hundley and George found their way back to the alley behind their home. They were home thanks to teamwork. Hundley couldn't remember why he ever thought George was trouble.
Rug's all clean, sir. You should see the dirt I picked up. This barrel probably has the filthiest water in the world in it.
George really wanted to see the filthiest water in the world.